Hey, welcome in Huntsville. Another wonderful good morning to you. Thanks for waking up with us.
What do you love about Huntsville? What makes this a great place to be?
Everyone here is very genuine and very kind and friendly. You never hesitate to speak up and say hello or good morning or just acknowledge the person walking by.
The thing that I love most about Huntsville, I love the peace that Huntsville brings. I love the peace that it gives me.
I feel accepted and part of the town and like I belong here.
Huntsville is where my lovely wife lived when I met her, so I moved here. So I'm pretty thankful for her.
All right.
We're bucking for you in Huntsville, Texas. Hello, I'm Billy Cobbin, the Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home.
Hey, it's Kay Boning with Tomorrow's Provost Montessori Schools.
Good morning, Huntsville.
Good morning.
Hey, I'm Karen.
I'm Toy.
And I'm Denise. And from all of us at Walker County Federal Credit Union, good morning, Huntsville.
Let's do a mic check. Hey, yeah. Why do sound guys do that?
I don't know. This is messing up my hair.
Hey, yeah. Oh, yeah, man. You got good hair today.
I got good hair every day.
I got good hair. I quit. Can't even talk. I quit it always takes me a while to get this thing like synced up. My ears are clogged up. And I'm having to go like this.
Turn me up some. I can't hear me.
Turn it up some. What about now there?
Oh,
Kevin?
there it is.
Oh, yeah.
There's that Southern charm.
One day when I start asking for money from people, because you know me, I don't like asking for money. That's why I just don't. I don't like to ask people for money. I did with the dog, and folks helped us out. We're still quite a bit short, but I appreciated all the help on that. But one day, when I start asking for money to help get this studio stuff finished up, Billy, probably about 5 or 10 years from now is kind of the goal.
Any week now.
Any year now. Any decade now. But no, I'm serious about this. You're going to have your own volume control one day, Billy, for your headset. Your own volume control, where you can reach down and you don't have to go to me and say, Toby Keith it. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
You don't have to Toby Keith it.
Or Leonard Skinnered it.
Well, you know what Toby Keith it means? Turn it up. Turn it up some. Boy,
They do that on Leonard Skinner too.
He does.
Sweet Home Alabama.
Oh, that's right.
Turn it up.
Yeah, but Toby did it better.
Oh, I
Turn
don't
it up
know.
some.
I don't know.
You know what?
I disagree on that.
You heard of that? This is a funny one. You heard of that? There's a rental company called ASCO, ASCO, ASCO. I'm not saying anything bad. It's a rental company. Trace Adkins is the spokesman for that.
Don't they do like big equipment? Or
Yeah.
something? Yeah.
It's just funny. It's the fun. He goes, when you need a heavy tractor, call our friends at ASCO. And it's like Trace Adkins on there. Speaking of which, along the same lines, Judith and I are on the same level now as far as sarcastic humor.
Yeah.
I've finally made it into her world a little bit.
Oh yeah, it's
over there.
it's a beautiful place.
won't say what, but I was joking around the other day, and by the way, thank y'all so much, Billy, for taking care of Clay and his family and Katie. It was I know that there was a lot of moving parts in that service, and man, y'all have just I got to witness you. I've never been able to witness you in action. Let me put it that way. And you were calm, cool, and collected. And I think the biggest thing too is I got to see you and how well you provide comfort to families. And that was, I'll be honest, as a friend, that was awesome to see that. Because I was going to walk in, but Linda's like, well, he's with somebody. So I said, well, I'll go in there and check with them later. And then after you had wrapped up, I went in there to sit down, and you're like, hey, how you doing, Pastor? I said, well, wait a minute. And while I was talking to you, Katie came in, and she had a few questions, and I just got to witness that firsthand. You were just, you knew what to do, man, and I just am so thankful for you guys and what y'all do at Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home to take care of families. So thank y'all, man. There's a lot of people that helped out, on the outside, but, you guys were the ones that had to really put this thing together and get it going. So I just wanted to say thank you to Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home and Billy Koth and the great staff over there.
Oh, yeah. Without my staff, I am nothing.
Without my
you see how I organized everything? I had that big chief tablet and crayons and I was asking those questions,
Those what I really liked were those markers, the scented markers that you had.
Oh yeah, but the chocolate one always goes out first, the brown one.
Yeah. Well, that's because that's the one that I always lick, thinking it's real. But it was good though, man. So thank you.
Let me paint you a picture of like 1986.
Okay.
I have an older sister and we have different dads or whatever, but our families were always close or whatever. And her dad, for it was 85 or 86 or something, got me a coloring book and some of those scented markers for Christmas, and ooh, and like as an adult now, I'm like, why would you give someone something scented that you're not supposed to? I get it. When you color, you're supposed to be able to smell it, but no, nobody does that. They pull the cap off and hold it right to their nose.
Yes, I don't get it, man.
So now, as a full-grown adult man, I got to smell that Sharpie.
I do. Hey, you know what's funny? No joke. It's not like I'm addicted to the smell of Sharpies, but I literally almost every time I open one, I take a sniff of it.
We got one there at the.
It's like a habit.
We got one in the receiving room there at the funeral home. It's one of those real like big round ones, like where when you ride on boxes or whatever.
Yeah.
Woo.
Oh.
That's not for beginners.
You remember the scratch and sniff stickers?
Oh yeah,
I used to scratch those things.
Your teachers would give you those like as a reward or whatever.
this is why we have some of the problems that we have in today's society.
Because we've been scratching and sniffing on stuff.
Yeah, scratching and sniffing, and man, it was a great childhood though, Billy. It really was.
And now we're putting our kids in like face mask and stuff, and eye protection just a color. And
we had a fun evening yesterday. Many of you were out and about. Were you at the funeral home, or were you out driving when that wonderful storm hit us yesterday?
I was out driving. I was at the funeral home. I had to stay a little late, and then I called Jacqueline about dinner, and she was like, just come home. And, of course, my son's in the background hollering, we need this, we need this. I'm like, well, I'll swing over to the little restaurant that we visit, and I'll get some of those. And I get them, and, about the time I get on highway, I went from Sam Houston to Montgomery to Veterans, and by the time I got on Veterans, boy, couldn't nobody drive. It tickles me. Those of y'all that do 120 any other day of the week, if soon the first raindrop hits, we got our hazard lights on. We're doing 3.5 miles an hour. Yeah. I think there was one lady waving a flag out the window. Or just like, well, slow down and keep going.
Help me. This was my view. I was waiting on a comment to come in. I was just waiting on it. I was waiting on a comment yesterday. This was my view. Let's see if this will. Hear the lightning for the thunder. So this was my view yesterday, and I was waiting. I know. Look, I understand. I don't like texting and driving and all that stuff. I'm very against that. But I was at a red light, and I said I just wanted to take a video. And someone commented like, that sure was a long red light. Well, it was. But, man, it was coming down.
How long is that clip?
30 seconds. And the light was like another 30 seconds before it turned green.
Hey, could you put that like on a thumb drive or something for me just a couple hundred times in a row?
Yeah.
So I could sleep at night?
Yeah. Do you like that? Listen to this. It's probably echo for our listeners, but listen to this.
That's real rain. That ain't no rain machine.
That's real.
That's real.
That ain't no cloud seeding.
When was the last time you had a steaming hot bowl of rain shower?
Well, partner.
That's too long.
Steaming hot bowl of rain showers. Yeah, so long. Here's the story.
God, it just made me want chili.
Chili in the rain, right? Sitting on the back porch.
Hey, man, it's like gumbo. I'll take it where I can get it.
It was. I normally pick up the children at 5:30 or so, or 5 to 5:30. Yesterday I was up here to church working, and we have these things like these display signs where you can put something in there, just like what I'm talking about, like a little stand that you can put a sign in.
Yeah.
And we've been redoing some stuff, and we don't want people to think that we're just going to leave stuff the way it is. So in the back of our sanctuary, we took out 3 or 4 rows because I moved a camera from upstairs downstairs. It's a better angle. We're trying to – every week I want to improve one thing. I want to improve one thing on Hello Huntsville. I want to improve one thing here at the church, and I want to improve one thing personally.
So we're bringing the table back?
Bringing the table back, You missed that, right. Last week it was a good – maybe on Fridays I can just bring the table for you.
Hey, Rick said he misses the table too.
We may have to figure that out. But here's the deal.
We'll bring a TV tray.
Just have a little one in here. It's got to be metal, though. I don't want the
wooden this is like a picture of Elvis on it.
Why are the wooden
or one of those Thomas Kincaid?
Yes. Why are the wooden TV trays, though? Anyone that has one that's had one for longer than 2 weeks, those things are filthy, and there's nothing you can do to get them fully clean.
Guilty.
Exactly. And it's got the cup ring stains on it. You got that yet?
No, I don't have that.
Yeah, I got that, and there's like caked up beans and stuff. You just can't ever get them things clean.
Well, Jacqueline's not going to let that happen at our house. By God,
that's why we don't have them.
She's going to gripe at me, but she's going to get it clean.
I will say this: Bridget does a great job cleaning. This is why this was pre-Bridget. There was a time in my life where it was pre-Bridget.
Oh, I don't want to talk about pre-Jacqueline. She's got stories on me.
Let us know your comments if you're married. What the pre-life was, what it was like before. Oh,
I know what Jacqueline's story would be. She mentions it from time to time. So let's just move forward.
Yeah. Well, I was up here. The thing I brought up about those signs or whatever, those holders is, I printed out a really nice. We're creating for my ministry team, it's really neat working in ministry because we've developed ministry teams. So I am the community outreach and media minister here at First Baptist Church. That's kind of the quote-unquote official title, I guess you could say. But when you work in ministry, you just, wherever you're called, you do it. Just like you guys at the funeral, wherever you're called, you do it.
Like working on urinals and stuff.
Whatever.
Yeah.
I'm serious, man. Toilet up here was making noise the other day, and I went up there and fixed the flapper.
You going to tell the people about the mystery we had to solve this morning?
Let's hold that thought because I'll forget it. So I was up here. It was a little bit after 5 o'clock, and I said I need to put something around our little media area that I've made downstairs in the sanctuary, just so people didn't think it was, it looked bad or whatever. And we got those kind of rope off things, it looks like the seat belts that you pull across.
Yeah.
We got a couple of those to kind of rope off, and then our youth minister had a good idea to get some of those black floor pads that you kind of snap together that you see like in gyms and stuff. So we did that. So it actually looks really nice now. But I still wanted to put a sign there. And so my media, my team, I call it FBC Media. And so I put a sign there that says reserved FBC Media. So that way it looks like it's something official, not just something we threw together.
So y'all removed some pews from the back.
Yes, sir.
Where's everybody going to sit?
Well, the church hadn't been full. A lot of churches haven't been. But check this out. Easter.
But don't Good Baptists start in the back and go forward?
Well, it's too bad. We're moving them up.
Oh, okay. They're getting better view.
This is part of the plan. Force people to move to the front. And
Jason Bay is calling now.
But here's the neat thing, though. Easter, last year I think someone had said we had like 225 or so here at Easter last year. Brother, we were so blessed. And I've talked to many other pastors in the community that just said that Easter was phenomenal this year for all of them. And that's a good thing. We pray at our church a lot for the success of all churches, for y'all's church, for everybody, man. And as long as the church believes in Jesus Christ, come on, let's fill every single pew and let's every single chair and have them overflowing every Sunday. Why does it have to be just on Easter? But, brother, we had the number that I was told, I think it was 358 here, something like that on Easter. I mean, and here's the funny part. We took out them pews, right? We said, it's always pretty empty back there. We didn't have enough seats. They had to go find black chairs and bring them in and set them up for people to sit in. That was a great Sunday.
That's a great problem to have.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. And so it was good. But so the whole reason I started talking about this is I was late yesterday. The kids, I finally left here. It was right before 5:30. As soon as I got my truck, that storm hit. It only takes 5 minutes to get over to the academy, so I'm already there by 5:40. But, man, it was just raining like crazy, lightning. And can people please do me a favor? Quit playing around in thunderstorms. It was lightning all outside, and people were getting out of their vehicles, walking under a metal cover to go get their children, and walking back outside with their children during the thunderstorm. I'm sorry, but to me, that doesn't compute. So I waited until 6 o'clock till after that storm. I was in a parking lot waiting. And while I was waiting, I'm not judging anybody. I'm just saying, man, there's got to be a common sense switch somewhere that turns on.
No, it's hidden.
Man, I saw 6 or 7 people get out, go get their children while the lightning was going. And I waited for it to taper off. And even then, it was still kind of dangerous because when I brought Braylon out, big old bolt hit up on the hill. Boom. What was that? She screamed. It was so loud. Don't play around with that stuff, man. So we do all this. It's Burger Blitz at Elkins Lake. You get one burger. Buy one, get one half off. I can feed my family for $30 on a Thursday, which is great. That's a good price these days. Mm-hmm. So I called that in. By the time I got over there, the burgers were ready. Oh, I didn't even tell you this part. This was and I didn't even get upset yesterday. I have no idea how I didn't get upset, Billy. The kids were great though. It was like one of these rare evenings where the kids weren't fussy. Everybody was happy. Bridget wasn't even off work yet, so you'd think, man, it's going to be one of these kind of evenings, right? And she didn't get in until late yesterday, and that's always makes it. I'm thankful she has the job, but man, it makes it hard. And we're both working through it, And she's working her tail off. I'm working my tail off, but it makes it hard. But here's the thing. I always take the food in first, right? I don't get the kids. They're in the truck. I run the food in, and I let the dogs out. That's my first thing that I always do when I get home because they've been in all day. Mm-hmm. And then I go back and get the kids, and they're usually cool or whatever. I go in yesterday, Billy, and something hit my nose, and I started thinking, man, I forgot to come home at lunch and let them dogs out. You already know where that's going, brother. Mm-hmm. Thank goodness it was that variety that comes up very easily. But as I'm walking, I notice a little something on the little rug that we have. A little puddle.
A little puddle.
Oh, buddy, I didn't get angry. I didn't get angry at all. So I'm in the middle of doing this, and then I said, I got to go get the kids. They're in the truck. I run out to get Braylon, and guess what the first thing she tells me is? Hi, TT, Daddy. And she's smiling. And she was proud of it. She goes like this. Hi, TT, Daddy. I said, all right. We literally got a show going on today. Yeah, I'll leave out the other word. And I got her out, and it was one of those where you pick them up, and there's a little drippy going on. And it was all in the car seat. And I said, this is great. So I said, we're just not going to eat right away, sweetheart. We're just going to take a bath right now. So I got everything cleaned up, got the kids loaded up, got them in the bath. I wasn't angry, Billy. Have you ever had these moments where you're just livid? Normally, I'm livid right now.
Well, I'm just thinking nobody in my family's pissed herself in weeks.
You're like, man, it's been a couple of days. But you know what I'm talking about. You know, as a dad with young kids.
You're maturing. You're just.
Did you ever like boil over in these situations sometimes? See, sometimes I'm just a bad parent. I hate to say that, but I get up, man. I'll boil over sometimes in this app, and I hate it when I do that. But I just said, there's nothing I can do. Why am I going to get upset? And I just kind of laughed it off and said, let's go take a bath.
That's all you can do is laugh. Because like when me and Jacqueline would get the kids in the car, every time we would try to go somewhere, back when I wasn't quite as tethered to home, it never failed. I mean, never failed. Anytime we try to take a trip anywhere, one of the kids would get sick and have a situation in the vehicle. And it got to where it was almost comical, like we were taking bets on which one was going to
do something.
Yeah.
Well, I got him bathed. By that time, Bridget she called me. She said, I'm on the way home. I said, have I got a story for you when you get home, sweetheart? I said, it's been a great evening. And I was totally cool, Billy. Not upset, totally cool. Just like you in that service, cool, calm, and collected, buddy. That's how I was, man. Got home, and I could have I directed the attitude for the whole family last night. I could have chose to be angry and upset. That would have just created chaos in the entire. But I said, I'm going to be cool, calm, and collected tonight. And I think I know what really did it. There's a bench that we have in the bathroom to sit on. You know, we have one of those garden tubs. Mm-hmm. I didn't even know they were called a garden tub till Bridget told me one day. She's like, garden tub.
And I don't know why they call them a garden tub.
There's no garden in there.
Yeah.
But it's like one of them garden tubs, has little jets on it and all that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. And it's a big tub, so we bathe the kids in our bathroom. And there was a little bench there. And unfortunately, it was a small one that we sit on right next to the tub. And I mean, it's about maybe as low as these chairs, maybe just a little bit lower. And it's also like Bridget's makeup bench. She'll use it to put on her makeup and stuff. Well, that thing broke the other day. It's just it's getting older, and I'd tightened it a couple times, but the pegs in them or whatever just finally gave out. And so that thing broke, and Bridget rolled one of those. You remember those brown office chairs we used to have at the studio?
Yeah.
Yeah, I brought one of those home. So she rolled that thing in there. And, man, I'm sitting here like this while the kids are taking a bath. I was like, man, this is comfortable. I'm just chilling.
Makes you glad you saved that thing, right?
Yeah, I'm just sitting there chilling. While I said, all right, everything is great. I got this nice, comfortable chair now. It's an office chair in the bathroom, but it works.
Yeah, we bought some doggone bar stools off of Amazon. And because our counters I don't guess they're at a weird height, but all the bar stools we've gotten in the past, like there wasn't enough room like between your legs and
so they definitely weren't like a Greg Smith bathroom height.
God almighty, I don't tell people about that. I'm trying to get a step stool built now. But it's like every time I walk into the kitchen, another bolt has fallen out of those things. And it's like, do I need to Loctite them or?
And what's going to happen one day, you're going to sit in it and
Yeah, exactly. And it will be me, and I will be laying in the floor, and I'll crack my head on the counter or the cabinets or something, and I'll just lay there and ponder life a little bit and
your kids
try to control the bleeding. Oh, no, they'll step right over me. Hey, Dad, we got any so-and-so? Hey, while you're down there, get that.
Oh, you're down there by the bowls. Can you open that cabinet?
Yeah. We got any more bottled water?
I was imagining, Billy, as you were down there, you'd start making noises like Chewbacca. Well, we walked into a fun situation this morning. And so I didn't finish the story. So that ultimately, again, it's either two things that I can always say. It's either post-COVID or children. This morning it was children. I had washed the car seat last night and then dried it this morning. But in the middle of me taking a shower, my mind just wandered off into everything I had to do today. And so I was just I said, oh, I'm having a good shower and I'm going to be on time. And then when
you ever have a bad shower?
Yeah, sometimes. Okay. When you got it, like you're in a rush, those aren't a good shower. Or when you don't have hot water.
Valid point.
When you don't have hot water, that's a bad shower. But somehow in the middle of all that, my mind just wandered off into what I had to do today. And you know what? I totally forgot I had to put that car seat back together. It took me probably 15, 20 minutes to get that thing done. Caden was in the truck looking at me like, are we leaving, Dad? What's going on? So that was the fun story this morning.
He just perched up in the truck, got his arm on the window, ready to go.
But he had his cheese. He was eating.
Mm-hmm. He didn't offer to drive, did he?
No, he rolled down the window and he put that cigarette down.
And spit.
He kind of spit a little tobacco. He was doing both.
If you're going to get it.
Yeah. And he looks over at me and goes, "Hi, Bubba, are we leaving?" But then Billy's over here waiting on me. We get in, and I thought an air conditioning unit was leaking 30 whatever pounds of pressure every second.
God, yeah, I thought there was like a pipe that exploded in here or something.
I walked in and I said, "What is going on?" And you know what it sounded like? It sounded like a vacuum was really close. That's what I thought it was at first, some sort of a vacuum.
Yeah, we thought somebody was in here vacuuming.
I said, "Well, great, we got somebody here to clean up the studio for me." But you know what it ended up being? There were some speakers in the chapel that we have next to us, and there was some static on those speakers.
In the extremely dark chapel when we couldn't find a light switch, and I had to run in there with my cell phone light.
I can't remember if those speakers are tuned.
But we was going to save this place.
We were ready.
We were ready. We're going to lay it down, Jason.
I was thinking that those speakers, there was like a radio tuner attached to them, and they may have been on a certain thing, and the tower light probably caused them to go off the air or something, you know? So
that's fine. They got a letter. Somebody gave them a sticker to put on there.
I thought that was some sort of static coming from that.
Yeah, sure. Might have been because something doesn't hit it.
Well, hey, welcome in. Nice intro this morning. How about episode 498? We're going to hit. Hey,
so what did we cover? There was a sound. Somebody pissed herself. Rob took a shower.
Billy was talking.
We're not strong enough to make it on our own.
That's it. We highlighted Sam Houston Memorial, the good work they're doing.
Yeah, we did that. We covered that.
Boy, we talked about when's the last time you ever had a piping hot bowl of rain. We've covered everything.
Thunderstorm with beans.
They need a new commercial, man.
They need something.
Boy, we've covered it all this morning.
Yeah.
We have covered it all. Hey, I want to remind you, early voting is underway. There's two things on that I know of. Maybe there's more, but I know of the opportunity to make some areas of the county wet. They are currently dry, which means they can't sell alcohol. You know, every once in a while I may have a glass of wine or something. It's not very often, but I do want to support Delphina. I mean, this is her initiative and other businesses too.
Every business deserves a chance.
Yeah.
And there might be a restaurant that's struggling because they can't serve. I mean, you might not agree with it, but that's cool. Don't get one. But it might be hindering their business because they can't serve that when the place right down the road can. Mm-hmm. And it's just not put everybody on a level playing field.
Yeah, do that, you know. And
but here's my question, and I'm sure this is probably not the place to discuss it, but when she was getting the petition signed for that, you had to be a City of Huntsville resident. Do you have to be a City of Huntsville resident to vote for that? Will that only be on the city
I think
people?
so, yeah.
Okay, so like us county people, we won't see that.
Yeah, I don't think you'll see it. You'll see the hospital one. That's
Yeah.
on there as well, and I encourage you to get out and vote. There's been a lot of communication on all of this, and so get out there, vote. Early voting underway. Official voting will be on Saturday, May the 3rd.
So go ahead and just do it now.
Get on down there and get the rest of that.
Get the rest of it.
Billy, Kyle, by the way, Billy, it says, Billy, you were hunting the Holy Ghost in a chapel with your cell phone and flashlight. That's what Kyle said when you heard all that noise.
Hey, man, I felt we was on a mission.
We were going to find something, man.
Because when we didn't see nobody with a vacuum cleaner, we had to move on to the next possible what in the hell is going on.
Another funny thing happened yesterday. Luckily, didn't happen on the show until after the show when you do the photo with the guest. Mm-hmm. Won't show the photo.
Oh, yeah, you told me that.
But, sometimes in the morning you're in a really quick rush. You ever like that? Are you rushed in the morning or are you pretty mellow and calm? What's your morning typically like, Billy?
It depends on how I was woken up.
Okay.
If it's because of this little demon, then yeah, I'm normally in a hurry. But if it's Jacqueline screaming at me to get up, then yeah, I'm pretty cool, calm, and collected.
I got to take a photo. I won't show this, but our friend was here, Laura Green, Clyde from East Coast. Wonderful guy. By the way, he needs to come on the show on a Friday and hang out with us. Really nice guy. Well, we're just sitting there and everything's all good, and then all of a sudden, I go back and look at this, and I said, "You got to be kidding me! You've just got to absolutely be kidding me!" Because certain things happening. Let's say when you put on your pants, there's something you're supposed to do in the morning.
After you button them, you normally
zip
them.
And so I'm just lollygagging around doing my work.
Hey, I had a pair of slacks that you would zip it, and then later it was down. I guess it was worn out or whatever, and
Temu zipper.
Probably. Damn you, Haggard Company.
So I'm just sitting there, minding my own business, and we're almost at about 11 in the morning, and our worship pastor comes up to me. We're talking in the chat in our sanctuary because we also move some other cameras around, and we're talking, and we go back into my office, and I'm thinking it's like this confidential conversation, right? Because I'm talking to one of the folks that helps me out, and he pulls me into he's like, "Hey, come here for a minute, man." I'm like, "Well, that's kind of weird. He never asked me to do that," and he pulls me into like the break we call it. It's not really a break room. It's the printer room. We got the printer and all that. The office supply room. He pulls me in there and closes the door. I said, "Well, man, I'm in trouble." And I said, "What did I do, brother?" And he goes, "Hey, man, I just want to tell you your fly's down."
I don't think you have to go to that extremes.
So thank you for letting me know that, brother.
We have little sayings in my family, like the cows are out and stuff like that,
Well, so here's the funny part. Miss Molly, she and I get along really great. I think of her like a grandmother to me.
She probably knew it and was too busy laughing to tell you.
And so I said, "Molly, when we were talking earlier, did you happen to notice something?" And she just puts her head on the desk, starts laughing. She knew. I said, "Molly, why didn't you tell me?" She goes, "I didn't know what to do."
Your fly's down.
So that's the Easter egg. If you can go back on the show and notice my fly's down, we'll find a gift for you somewhere.
Maybe you should cover it up with an Easter egg. Like the smiley faces or whatever.
But thankfully, the way they designed the pants, they've got like the
flap.
The flap model. So everything was okay. It was just one of those embarrassing moments that happens to you as a guy sometimes.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Do women suffer from that?
I don't know. I've never heard. I've never
seen that.
You brought up a great point. I have never once had to tell
a lady,
"Hey, your fly's down." Never, ever, not one time. But women don't.
They take better care of themselves too.
Yeah, men are just like, "We gotta go.
We gotta go now.
We gotta get on down there and get the rest of that chili." So, anyways, we
gotta beat them ladies out of the bathroom. You ever do that? Like you and your wife go to the bathroom, and the troubles they have to go through to do what they need to do, but like they beat you back. It's like, how did you do that? Mm-hmm. Here's my thought for the day. There's no real funny to that. It's just
good.
Like they're all prim and proper, and their shirts tucked in, and everything's right, and just like You know, all I did was stand there, and y'all had to wait in line and all this other stuff, and you still got back out here at the same time I did.
I don't
How
understand
the hell
it.
did you do that?
I don't understand. I think for me, it's just time to go in there and rest. So I'm just in there and finally get a break, man. I'll look at my watch. I'm like, I've been in here 10 minutes. It's time to get out.
Not me.
Billy, not me. 45 minutes minimum.
Go in there and take a little nap.
You got a little microwave in there, some Wolf Brand chili.
Yeah. Some of those little El Patio, whatever, burrito. 2 minutes on each side, okay?
Your wife, while Jacqueline walks by, and hears, ding. Well, that means he's going to be out in 30 minutes.
We got to have paste pecan sauce.
Oh, I know all of you out there listening can relate to this. I mean, let's don't lie.
Hey, I think we're crazy, but we are.
There's people that can relate to this. Well, I'll tell you what, let's take a break. There's several events that are going on tomorrow that we want to highlight here in the community before the weekend. I published a few things on the website last night, but there is a lot happening here in Huntsville that we want to make sure that we mention. So we'll step aside. We'll take a brief break. Hey, continue hanging out with us. Do us a favor. I wanted to mention yesterday, just on my personal Facebook, we had about 800 views or so. And by the time you add that up along with all the other platforms, I mean, sometimes for whatever reason, our show is getting close to 2,000 views a day on some of these episodes. And that's because of you guys, the faithful out there on social media. I know Autumn Wheaton this morning is joining us on the Spirit Radio FM app, so she's not on social, but she's listening on the app. She sent a message on Facebook earlier, say, hey, I'm listening on the app this morning. But when you like and share and comment on these broadcasts, if you're on the social media side, it really does make a huge difference. And I was very humbled by the funeral service for Clay. It was a beautiful service, but I was very humbled because I had several people come up to me saying that they had met Clay never had physically met him, but they knew of him through our platform. And I didn't even realize that Rick had ended up buying 0 Degree candy from Clay. I didn't realize that they had met on the show. That's how they met. And so, there's days, I'll be honest, where I'm just like.
That's how I met him.
Yeah, through the show, right? Yeah. And there are days to where, like, I don't think a lot about it, but sometimes I get bummed out. I'm like, man, are we reaching people? Are people connecting? And I know they are, but a couple days ago, that was just, it was so, the only word I can think of, just so humbled by people that had came up and mentioned that to me. And not about us or me or anything like that, but it made me think, okay, we're doing the right thing. And then we had a lady yesterday that texted in to win. She had never won before. She was in Trinity, and she said she found us randomly several months ago. She never had commented in, but she goes, I watch y'all every day. And that's what I'm starting to hear is people say, I watch y'all or hear y'all every day. I just don't ever comment in. And she finally did, and she won a Cafe Texan gift card yesterday. And we were asking some people because we're going to celebrate our 500th episode on Tuesday. And so I've been
never a Friday. Y'all go and hang that up. Any milestone's not happening on Friday.
Yeah, it won't happen. But it was so neat because I said, well, what do you like most about our platform or this show? And she goes, the positivity. She goes, I get to find out what's happening in the community. I learn about new businesses and existing businesses. But she goes, just the positive platform. And so that's what we try to do. I know Billy and I cut up, but we do that because we want to hopefully get you to laugh a little bit in the morning.
We get mad at people like Frank that only say good morning to Rob. Like, I'm here too, Frank.
Frank Robinson, they're just saying hi to me and not Billy.
Yeah, whatever. It's just Billy.
At least he didn't say like good morning, Rob and Guy.
He knows who I am.
But if they said and Guy, that would really.
Yeah, I'd have to drive out 190 a little bit.
On the flip side, I've had people say good morning, Billy, and they didn't mention me.
Well, y'all can't do that.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of hurt my feelings.
We're a dysfunctional duo. Not dynamic, dysfunctional.
Supposed to be a dumpling game.
Yeah. There they are.
Yeah, they're up there. Don't worry. But, hey, we'll take a brief break. We'll be back in a moment. Stay with us as we continue celebrating, promoting the good here.
You got a birthday in the family, man.
That's right. We'll get to that.
Okay, here we go. Shut up, Billy.
Got a birthday. Billy's gonna tune up the vocal cords during the break, and when we come back,
that's how we lose viewership.
Perfect. We're going to celebrate a birthday. Hey, as always, our Faithful Friday is brought to you by Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. They are your hometown tradition, hometown value funeral home, taking care of this community since 2002. More information is online at SHMFH.com. Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. Wonderful folks here. Give them a call and get that pre-planning done. Mm-hmm. We'll take a break. We'll be back in a moment. Stay with us. More to come. It's your show. This is Good Morning Huntsville on a Faithful Friday. Again, brought to you by Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. Stay with us, please.
Hi, I'm Billy Cawthon, manager of Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. We know times of loss are tough, and you need a place to feel comfortable and cared for. At Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, we pride ourselves on being with you during those really tough days. You can rest assured that we will be on your side and by your side every step of the way. Thank you for your trust. Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, supporting families every day, every step.
Imagine a professional office space that elevates your business image without the corporate price tag. Huntsville Executive Office Suites are coming soon to Lake Road. Enjoy high-speed internet, a fully equipped kitchen, and 24/7 secure access. Take advantage of our live answering service, advertising on our outdoor video sign, and a convenient location just a quarter mile from SHSU. Lease terms start at 6 months. Call Raven Property Management at 936-225-4378. Huntsville Executive Office Suites. Grow your business without outgrowing your budget.
Tomorrow's Promise Montessori schools believe in creating spaces where children can learn, grow, and use their imaginations. At any Tomorrow's Promise location, children enjoy the largest playgrounds in town. Tomorrow's Promise Montessori is a fun school where every child learns at their own pace, and mastery of a concept is expected before moving on to the next concept. At Tomorrow's Promise, every child is respected, loved, and nurtured for the unique individual that they are.
Tomorrow's Promise Academy on Veterans Memorial now open. Visit tomorrowspromise.info for more information. Education you can trust. This is Guardian Defense in Huntsville, Texas, a trusted family-owned and operated gun store and range in the heart of East Texas. Guardian Defense is your one-stop destination for Texas LTC, NRA basic pistol and rifle courses, pistol refresher training, as well as a wide selection of quality firearms and ammunition. At Guardian Defense, empowerment is within reach through their Texas DPS-approved license to carry classes. Certified instructors will guide you through every facet of firearm safety, conflict resolution, and the pertinent legal aspects. Book now to become proficient and responsible in handling a firearm with complete confidence. For the eager learners, the fundamentals of pistol and rifle usage await discovery in their comprehensive 8-hour NRA basic courses. You're invited to connect with Guardian Defense on Facebook and Instagram, or give them a call at 936-293-0364. You can also visit them online at guardiandefensellc.com. Guardian Defense, your reliable partner in mastering firearm safety and acquiring quality firearms in the heart of Texas.
Hey, I'm Denise Olivas, Business Account Specialist at Walker County Federal Credit Union, and our business is helping you take care of your business. In addition to personal accounts, Walker County Federal Credit Union also offers business accounts and business lending for commercial customers. We're devoted to taking care of the needs of our individual members and helping our business members with their financial success too. Call us today and find out how easy it is to work with Walker County Federal Credit Union. Member NCUA.
The church should be transformational. And maybe you've never been to church, or maybe life has left you feeling lost, but Jesus says, "Come to me, all you who labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest." At First Baptist Church Huntsville, a harbor of hope, we're not trying to fit in with the world. We're here to help you step into something greater, a fresh start, a new life in Christ. Join us this Sunday at 10:45 and see what God can do in your life. Visit fbchuntsville.org. Hope is here, and we're saving a seat just for you.
Loving Jesus, loving people side by side. In this harbor of hope, we are safe inside.
This is KHSP-LP, Huntsville, Texas, the spirit of Huntsville.
This is Billy Cawthon of Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, and you're listening to Spirit Radio, the spirit of Huntsville.
Spirit of Huntsville, Spirit of Huntsville, Spirit 94.3.
acoustic guitar there for you, Billy. You like that? Do you like this, honestly, or not?
I do, but I was just thinking, I wonder if people ever like, after the commercials, there's like music. What are they talking about? Why are they so busy they can't come back on?
Getting the weather report ready.
Yeah, and just talking dumb stuff among friends.
Gut aches.
Yeah, gut aches.
Movements.
Bad apples.
Bad apples is what it was.
Yeah.
Now listen, I've been trading down there at your store, and I have had for some years. But I need some new sheepskin seat covers. And while you're at it, can you bring a bottle of KF Pet Take, maybe some matches? And I got to open up these trailer windows. It's so hot in here.
We need to bring back prank phone calls. Cut out the spam, bring back the pranks.
I would answer. Buddy, if somebody called me to prank me, I'd love it. I'd absolutely love it. Now somebody's going to call me.
Yeah.
How about 65 and 100% humidity right now? Foggy this morning coming in. High today, 84. I was sweating yesterday. It got hot before that rain. But 84 today. A little bit of rain today and tonight, and low of 67. Saturday, fog early, 85. But it's going to be a nice day, mostly sunny. And that's just in time for a wonderful event that CASA is putting on. It is the All Things Kids Expo. Tomorrow at the Huntsville Church of Christ, 9 to 3. So come on out, be a part of that. If you have families, children, boy, even if you don't, come on out and learn all of the great things this community has for children, but especially the kids. Bring them. There's going to be bounce houses, a food court. You got to pay for the food, but everything else is free. And it's going to be a wonderful time out there.
They're going to talk about the skating rink and the arcade and all that stuff.
Yeah, new skating rink coming, the arcade.
Yeah.
None of that's coming.
None of that's coming. That died in the 80s.
It's not Naga.
1989, they just shut that down.
You ever watch that movie Office Space?
I've seen it, yeah.
There's a guy named Samir, like Naga Harry in there, and the consultants they're there to basically get rid of people that don't need to be there anymore. They're trying to cut costs, okay? Mm-hmm. And in the movie, they're trying to pronounce Samir's last name, and the consultants are talking to Peter, who they have promoted even though he's a slacker. Mm-hmm. And they're like, all right, well, here's an interesting and he goes, what do you think of this one, Peter? Mr. Samir Naga, and they couldn't say his last name, Naga, and they both look at each other, and then we go, Naga, well, I'm not going to work here anymore, that's for sure. And they just threw it out to the side. But anyways, come to the All Things Kids Expo. Have you ever been to that? It was last year. Did you get a chance to go by that at all?
No, because they do those on Saturdays.
And that's not a busy day at all in the funeral business.
No, nobody wants a Saturday funeral.
Absolutely
never.
Not.
No. Matter of fact, they beg us, please, it can't be on Saturday because we have friends that are coming from out of town.
Most people usually prefer like a Sunday morning at 11:45 in the morning.
Yeah,
right?
And then they get bent out of shape because they can't find anyone to officiate it.
But no, come on out if you can. The All Things Kids Expo. This is going to be such a fun event tomorrow. I'm really excited. Last year, it was still extremely busy, but we were rained out there at noon. They had to shut it down early, but this year we don't have any rain in the forecast. This should go all day. It's going to be a lot of fun.
And that's a big, nice parking lot and everything at that church. So we used to, when the kids were learning how to ride their bicycles, we would go up there because it's just our neighborhood's not used to be directly behind it, but now they've imported a new little subdivision there. So we're 2 subdivisions behind it.
I think too, it's a good place when you were growing up to do donuts. To kind of practice your donuts and all that.
No, by the time they built that, I was out of my donut phase.
See,
look, Billy Cawthon's vehicle had those special tires called Maypops. So there was a bunch of donut cutting because we was trying to get them tires that last as long as they could before they popped.
Because they may pop.
They may pop.
I finally replaced.
I remember I pulled up to State Farm Insurance when Glenn Reeder was my agent. They wanted pictures of the truck because we got full coverage on it or whatever. So I pulled up and I get out and I look and there's like wire showing from the tire of this little Nissan pickup. So I run back over and turn the wheel so they don't see it when they take pictures.
Or you get out a black permanent marker and you're coloring the wire so you don't see it. Oh, that's classic, man.
I bought me 4 used tires right after that.
I just had to get. I couldn't afford all 4 at once, and people are like, "Well, you need to get all 4." Well, yeah, if you have money, no problem. If you don't, you're doing what you can. And so I got I never even heard of Dextero. It went over to Walmart of all places. Ended up having a really good deal on these Dextero tires. When you get tires for a truck, they're usually not. They're pretty pricey. $200-300 a pop. Well, I found these My brother told me, he said, man, go over to Walmart and check out this Dextero tire. I said, I've never even heard of it. He goes, it's an off-brand, but he goes, I've never had any issues with them. They have them on sale, Billy, $119. And I just got the other two put on. And I asked the guy last week out when we went for Easter just for Saturday to Georgetown. And I show up like a moron on Good Friday thinking nobody's going to be there. Bridget even told me, she goes, you're not going to be able to get in over there. I said, nobody's ever over there getting anything done at Walmart. Brother, he goes, buddy, we ain't got you can't get in today. So I said, well, can you look at this? Will this tire make it to Austin? He goes, I don't think you're going to make it out the parking lot.
Tires are crazy because, like, on my kids' vehicles, they're like running Michelins. Like, I put good tires on their car. My car, Yokoshami's, and none of them match.
You flip them. Those are the ones that you flip on the inside.
Like, I got $40. What you got for me?
We got Yokoshami. Yeah. But the tariffs on those have went way up now.
I bet it might be cheaper to get the Michelin.
Yeah, it might be now. But yeah, so again, the All Things Kids Expo, that's going to take place on Saturday. And something else that's really neat, we just put this out here. Friends, you've only got a couple of days. If you've got children, I think it's ages 5 to 12, maybe somewhere. Go to the website and look. But there is Elliot's Jewelers doing this for the second consecutive years, partnering with CASA, Sketches to Sparkles. And this is an opportunity for children to design a piece of jewelry that can be valued up to $3,000, I believe is the value now. And CASA will select a winner, and Elliot will design that piece of jewelry. He did it last year.
Yeah,
Sarah
I remember
won
that.
that.
Yeah.
He's doing it again, but time is running out. You can get those sketches, by the way, on our website, the form for it at hellohuntsvilletx.com. So if you have children, get them entered to do this. The entry price, there is a price, and this money goes to help support CASA. It's only $5, though. Just $5 to enter. $5. And your child can design, paint, they can draw, they can doodle a piece of jewelry, and there will be a panel of judges that will select a winner, and the winner will get that piece of jewelry made for, the child, for their mother, whoever. And Sarah did that last year. She designed it, young girl, and she designed some rubies, and like her mom holding her as a baby. It was a beautiful piece. She ended up winning, and Elliot designed that piece of jewelry. But time is running out. You're going to have those turned in and ready by Monday. So it is coming up very fast. Go to our website, download the form, and again, you can find all the details there for your child to enter this Sketches to Sparkles.
That's pretty cut and dry, man. You go out to the all kids thing, and then you go home, color your picture. Done. There's
done.
We got Saturday knocked out, people. You're welcome.
And I wanted to confirm the ages on this real quick. If I was just looking here because I don't want to mislead people. But yeah, the submissions are due by 5 p.m. on April the 28th. It is a $5 entry fee is all that it is. And I think it is like ages 5 to 12. But
is it ages? Because you said grades earlier.
No, I think it's ages. I don't think it's definitely seniors in high school. I think it is.
I wouldn't think so.
That wouldn't be very fair.
They're using like computer CAD drawings.
Yeah, they're going to their.
They got AI doing it. Chat GPT's doing it for them.
You know what? That's probably not a bad idea here.
Don't.
I could go here to let's see, design a sketch of a piece of.
For those of y'all that know me, I'm very anti-AI.
Make it look like I'm 7 years old. 7 years old. Just a sketch, please. All right, here we go, and I'll give you the response here in just a little bit.
Why didn't it say computing? Boop, 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 boop.
Why do the movies always have that?
And I don't know, man. That's what I thought it was going to be.
None of the computers actually make those noises. You ever watch War Games back in the day?
Yeah.
And they walk in, it's that Whopper computer, and it's like it plays out the scenarios, and that boy accidentally hacks into it. But the computer, when you walk into the room, it's going, bling, bling, bling. No computer actually makes those noises. Just like Star Trek. They always did that on Star Trek. No, nothing makes those noises.
Well, I want mine to. I'm going to call my what they call IT guy and tell him.
Like, hey, man, put something on here to make.
Yeah, make this thing make noise.
I was trying.
Well, if it was making noise, I could tell if it was doing something.
Yeah, it doesn't make any noise, so you don't know.
Yeah. Instead of giving me a little spinny wheel, I'd rather hear boom, 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 boom.
It is. I've confirmed ages 5 to 12. That's what I was doing.
5 to 12.
Ages 5 to 12.
Perfect. Yes, that looks.
Boy, that does, right?
That looks like some Fruity Pebbles. Or no, Trix. Trix was the candy. Yeah, or the cereal. Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty good, that other one. Look at that.
I think that would win. I think that's doable, too.
Should we show some people some ideas here just to kind of give them an idea?
Is it a necklace you're making?
Yeah, it's a piece of jewelry. Look, that would be cool.
That's what I'm asking. Does it have to be a necklace? Can it be a bracelet? Can it be a ring? Can it be?
I don't know.
Can it be a belly button ring?
Can it be a lip ring?
That's what everybody. I saw
That's
a
nice
video
one.
of a girl that had a ring that went through her top lip and her bottom lip,
ouch.
and she's explaining to people how she drinks and how she eats with it in place.
Does it got the little balls on each end to like hold it in there?
Yeah, and like she's talking, her lips are sliding up, and I'm like, oh my God, why? Why, people? Why?
Look, I think that could win.
That's doable. Yeah.
I'm going to take that to Elliot and ask him, what do you charge me to make that, man? That's not bad. I like that. That's a beautiful piece. I told it, I said, do it again, make it look like it's valued at $3,000. And look, it's putting.
Oh, it's working on it. Wow, that looks like an old dial-up image.
Whoa. Man, okay.
Oh, see, look, he could do that.
Okay,
he
look.
could so easily do that.
Here we go. We're doing this to give some ideas to the youth out there that are going to
BS. We're just wasting time.
Look at that thing. Now that's nice.
You could wear that to the feed store and to the 7-Elevens.
That I would like that for my mom. She wouldn't wear it. She doesn't wear stuff like that. Don't you think that's beautiful?
What's that little shoot off? Oh, that's your cursor.
Yeah, it's pointy. Ain't that nice though?
I thought there was like a little diamond hanging.
Hey, and if you really had money, boy, you could those little gold beads could actually be pearls in between there. Man.
Your mama would almost definitely love you for sure then.
Have you did the new thing yet with
No, I don't do anything new.
No, there's something new going around on
It's the
social
flu.
media. Well, I'm not talking sickness here, Billy. All right?
Are you down with it?
No.
You're not down with the flu?
No, I don't want the flu, man. Have you ever had the flu?
I've had the flu.
It's the flu.
Cough, cold, runny nose, leaky butt.
All right, watch this, Billy. I'm not, there's that picture. I'm not going to show this picture, okay?
Are you just showing it to me?
Yeah, you know the picture.
That's the picture.
Wait, I'm going to show can I show the picture,
you can
Billy?
show the, I don't care.
Okay, hold on.
God, that picture is so old now.
Well, this was over at Northside during their VBS. Is that what it was?
Yeah, it's back when they were in their old, not their oldest, but their least to newest or whatever sanctuary.
Okay, this is Billy here.
It's me and my homeboy Billy there.
So here's what's neat. This is what I wanted to show you, Billy.
See, I didn't even have a goatee rocket then.
Well, get ready for something here.
Oh, am I gonna wear a necklace?
No. Watch this. Well, I could do that too, but watch this. I'm gonna say, roast me. Have you seen this? This is the new thing that's going around now.
I get roasted on the daily. I don't need an app to do that.
Well, watch this. Here it goes. This is the official roast for Billy. You ready for this? Mm-hmm. All right, Billy. So this picture. So let me get this straight. You rolled into work dressed like you're about to audit a church bake sale. Then you flop down next to a cartoon goat named Billy like you're co-starring in Goat Flicks and Chill. And the goat, well, even he's looking, wait, this is who they paired with me? I mean, he's got more personality in those pupils than you do in your entire PowerPoint presentation. That background, a train, appropriate because you look like you just derailed your last attempt at posing casually. Also, who lays on the ground like that in a dress shirt and tie? You're giving off yearbook photo meets midlife crisis vibes. And the watch, pretty sure it's just tracking your snack breaks. That's good. But hey, you and Billy do make quite the pair. One's got the energy of a Pixar star, and the other looks like he just finished his third plate at a church potluck and needed to lie down before dessert. And then it asked me, do you want it to be meaner?
No, I think we've already crossed that bridge.
That's great. The best part my favorite part of this. See, this is where the AI is pretty fun, right? My favorite part
if I wanted to get roasted, I'd just go back to work for the prison system.
Yeah, there you go. I loved what it said, though, Billy. It said something about that watch. It says, pretty sure you're tracking snack breaks. That's horrible, man. Oh, All right. Since I did you, Billy, let me go ahead and do mine. Let me just be fair, okay?
Okay.
Let me be fair. I'm going to go ahead and do
But look
me.
at that young, lovely couple, man.
We don't want to roast them.
No.
That couple
She'll
there.
come up here and crack you in the head.
That couple's a great couple, by the way. That young lady there is a very nice lady. I don't know how she puts up with you.
It's a miracle.
It's a miracle. I'm trying to find one of just me. I don't see anything on here. I never take one. Oh, you know what? I've got one, buddy. Watch this. Here, this will be good. What we're doing, we're taking pictures. For those of you that wonder what we're doing, we're taking our photo. Look how corny that is. All right, we're taking pictures here. Let me go ahead and share this. And we're telling the AI to roast us. And AI has called this the roast me chat. Okay, so here's the picture. Okay, it's coming in, and I'm going to say roast me. That's all you got to do. Here's the picture. This is when I was at NDSU. Good picture. Back when I was a lot thinner, and I used Photoshop to whiten up my teeth.
Oh, I thought that was crest strips.
Man, look at that. Those are some good teeth. They're definitely not that way. All right, here it is. It's roast time again. Here you go. You're giving off a serious, I host a podcast no one asked for, but I still make my mom listen to it energy. All right. That NDSU shirt is doing all it can hold back the raw power of your dad joke energy. That smile, it's so blindingly white, probably has its own zip code. I'm convinced you're trying to win the most teeth shown in a single interview. You look like you just finished saying, let's circle back on that. Now you're about to drop a 5-minute monologue on the history of turf. Also, the way the mic is positioned, looks like you've been waiting your whole life for someone to ask you your opinion on D2 football rankings. Your background straight up looks like Madden 2003 loading screen. This one isn't as funny. And let's be honest, you've gotten the expression of a guy who sells reverse mortgages on the weekend just for fun. Not very good, Billy.
I thought it was okay.
This is fair. One last one here. One last thing that you can do that I've got to show you this, Billy. Have you seen the images popping up on social media of all the people that look like they're in a package, like a toy, like an action figure? You've seen those? All right, so check this out. Here we go.
It's getting wore out at this point.
It is, but you haven't did one yet.
Yeah, I did one last week.
You did?
I have not personally. You did it for me.
Oh, I did with the Dumpling Gang.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's do this one. Instead of a toy package, what would you like to see yourself in?
A vacation.
Okay. Put these two on a a cruise?
I love a good cruise.
Okay.
Well, I loved a good cruise before COVID. I don't know what they're like now.
Okay. Where at? Vacation where, Billy?
I could do Mexico.
Okay. All right, hold on. Hey, Robbie's in the house, man.
What's up, my favorite?
Robbie Diamonds. All right, here we go. And so I've told it. I've taken you and Jacqueline.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I've taken you and Jacqueline. I said put these two on a cruise line. They're taking a vacation. They're in Mexico, sipping on margaritas. Make it real. And here we go. This is it. It's coming in. This is where you have to wait, Billy. Da da da. Can you give us some background waiting music?
Rolling.
Robbie Diamond's here saying rolling. All right, we're going to wait. Let's wait.
We're just going to wait.
While we're waiting, I want to give you an idea on some more events. I said there's a lot going on this weekend.
So it's Zoe's birthday.
My niece. Happy birthday to my beautiful niece, Zoe. Wanted to mention that. Today is her birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you.
She got the little dots over the E or whatever.
She does.
Yeah.
What is that called? My sister will know. What's that called? The 2 dots over the E.
The hyphens or something? Or
I don't know. My sister knows what it is. Did you know at Scott Johnson Elementary, did I say that right? Is that right? Mm-hmm. Scott Johnson Elementary? They have the new school, right? There's an old school, then the new school is right down the street from it, I think. They're way off 19 or somewhere.
190.
Or Stuart Johnson, I'm sorry.
No,
Johnson.
It's Scott Johnson.
It is?
Yeah. Stewart's an elementary school. Scott Johnson was also an elementary school that moved over into the old Huntsville Intermediate campus.
What's the one that Scott Johnson's the one that has they still have the old building, but the new one's right down the street. Is that what? Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. Boy, my brain is all messed up. Oh, whoa! Hold on. Let me share this. That did pretty good, Billy.
Yeah, but neither one of us look like neither one of us.
Yeah, you do.
We don't look like that.
Yeah, you do. Look at that. That's not bad.
Yeah, it looks like I ran off with a look me like for my wife there.
You ran off with someone that looks like you.
It looks like her. I don't think that counts.
Hey, but that's all right. That's
yeah.
You know, it tried.
Look, it's even got my big old monster hands.
Let's see, huh? It's got the haircut down.
Yeah. Oh man.
Not bad.
I like that non-gray in the beard too. That's nice.
Well, that's because this guy used the Just for Men gel.
Look, just because I hit you with that the other day don't mean you can get me with it now.
Dude, look at this. You see all that
Hey,
gray?
Rob come in my office the other day looking sharp, y'all.
No, I did not.
Yeah, you did.
I thought I looked like
Miss Molly got you dressed nice, and you come on over here.
Yeah, Billy goes, man, you growing out that beard.
Yeah, he was all looking good. Like he
It's
just
because I
did
combed it. I brushed it.
Just for Men 5 minutes or whatever.
I brushed it. But no, the reason I mentioned the elementary school, there is a really cool thing happening. In 2000, I had a lady on Tuesday that's a librarian, that was the former librarian there. On Sunday from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m., there's a time capsule that they buried at that school. They're going to unveil that time capsule 25 years later. They said when they buried it, do not open it until 2025. They are doing that on Sunday, Scott Johnson Elementary, from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m.
Wow.
Isn't that cool?
I just had to do the math in my head, and I hate to tell y'all that I had to do math
for 25 years.
For 25 years, because I'm thinking I was at Scott Johnson. I wonder if Billy, that was 2000. Dude, you was already out of school long gone by.
You're having this conversation with yourself in your head.
We talk a lot.
Did your brain?
I lean on me all the time.
Does the conversation ever tell you, like, hey, Bubba?
No, he'll say, dude, that was pretty dumb of you.
Oh. But that's going on Sunday, so go out and be a part of it.
If you never told yourself in your head, why did you say that, then you're not living, you know?
Yeah, you gotta do it.
Why did
that's
you
right.
say that?
That's going to be cool, though. I'm not going to. I was hoping to get over there and do that, but we have we have a business meeting. I forgot about it, 2:00 here, and then we've got our media meeting at 3. So unfortunately, I won't be able to make it to that event. But that's got to be pretty cool. So if any of you go to that on a Sunday at 2:00, let me know if you're planning on going, because I'd love to get some photos and put them up on the Hello Huntsville website. That's going to be pretty neat, though, to see that as they dig that up and go through 25 years of time capsuleness.
They claim there was one buried over at Gibbs Elementary, too.
Kyle Kreiner had said, boy, if they put a Ken Griffey Jr. baseball card in that, you're $7,000 richer once they take that out. So don't know if we need to get security over there. Luckily, this was before Bitcoin, so nobody put Bitcoin in this thing. But, man, just imagine if somebody – I had actually read something that somebody did put Bitcoin in a time capsule back in 2010, and that Bitcoin was worth like $3 or $4 million when they dug it up. That's pretty cool.
Is it okay if I don't understand what Bitcoin is?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
It's better not to, because you start having what's called FOMO, fear of missing out. And that's that's Scott Johnson Elementary is where they're doing that.
Like Marshall Mathers CD or something like
Yeah, Marshall Mathers, Eminem stuff.
Oh, one was Hanson popular.
Hanson. Oh, I forgot about them. Hanson.
Bop.
Whatever. The boy bands don't even exist anymore, do they? Is there such
No,
thing
everything's AI generated because of you.
Not me. Yeah, there's nothing out there. And you don't hear of these groups anymore like you used to. Like
NSYNC and
Backstreet's back. All right.
And see, there was the Backstreet Boys, right?
Yeah.
And there was New Kids on the Block.
Yeah.
Oh, God, I remember New Kids on the Block. My sister was so into them.
I didn't listen to any of that stuff. You know what
Talking about some hanging tough.
You know what I listened to? Because my sister had the tape of it. My sister I don't know if my sister ever knew. I used to listen to her tapes. Bryan Adams. Everything I do it for you. Dun, dun,
But
dun,
now we're pleasured enough to know Bryan Adams.
Air Supply. Yeah, I know the real Bryan Adams.
The real Bryan Adams.
Remember Air Supply? That one? Air Supply. And I'll never forget, my neighbor had had a garage sale, and her daughter had a wide array of music. And I found a Bon Jovi Bad Medicine cassette tape. And I had my club. It was Robin's Club. And I was like 8 years old. And here I am jamming to, oh, it's like bad medicine. Bad medicine is what I need. Sitting there jamming that out to all the kids. And like my mom comes out. And she's like, what is that? That sounds pretty good. And then I find a couple of pretty hardcore rap, like gangster rap tapes over there. I didn't know what they were, and I started playing that, and I'm jamming out to it, and every other word is words that you probably shouldn't be saying, especially my mom heard that, and she's like, give me that, and she threw those away.
I remember in second grade, we had those, at school, we had those little tape deals with the headphones, kind of like these, but they were very vinyl.
Yeah.
You know, with the big long white cord and the green earpieces or whatever. And in second grade, somebody had a rap song that was like hot buttermilk biscuits or something. And we was taking turns listening to that tape in Miss Knuckles' class at Scott Johnson Elementary.
There it was. Yep. That's where it all started. Man, I miss those.
I'm going to have to look that up and see if that memory is correct. Was that a song?
I can't
or was
believe.
it buttermilk biscuits? I don't know. It was some rap song about biscuits.
Well, I can't believe that Huntsville had a Hastings.
Oh, we did?
That had to be pretty big time, man. Mm-hmm. I remember going into Hastings getting the single. I could never afford like the full-blown tapes, so I'd go to like the generic section where it's like 99-cent singles, and I would dig through those. And remember, they just come in a little cheap cardboard little wrapper, and it was the 99-cent singles. At least the one in Round Rock Hastings had this.
I had a cousin.
I thought your stomach was hurting because you just leaned over and you're like, oh, man. No, just kidding.
No, when I was a young man in Boy Scout Troop 114, we were going to Florida. And before we left Huntsville, I had my Walkman and I had all my little country tapes with me. And we stopped at a gas station and they had a single of Snoop Dogg's Gin and Juice or whatever.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And I had a cousin who was like totally into that. So I bought him that single. Well, we get to the Scout Lodge, get my gear loaded, get my stuff, get it in the van, and realize when we take off, after we're on the road, that I forgot all my tapes that I was bringing with me. And all I had was that single of Gin and Juice.
Laid back with my mind on my money and my money on
I
my
listened
mind.
to that thing, side A and B, the radio, and then the non-whatever, all the way to Florida and back. Because that's the only doggone tape I had.
Laid back, sipping on gin and juice. I remember that, dude.
Yeah.
You know what's fun? I love my mama. She's just the best mama. She's just super traditional, good old school woman. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean that in a very good way. So you would think if all that I just said that my mama wouldn't care nothing for any of that type of music, right? My mom absolutely loves Snoop Dogg. She's like,
so does Martha Stewart.
She loves him. She goes, I don't know what it is, but she tells me, I like that Snoopy Doggy Dog. That's what she says. She likes him. There's something about him that's like, all right.
You need to get your mom down here because I've met her and I've had conversations with her. But y'all need to meet Rob's mom. You'll fall in love.
Yeah, we need her on the show to just come hang out with us.
Or straighten us out.
Yeah, no joke.
Y'all quit talking about that.
But she told me, she goes, well, I just like that Snoopy Doggy Dog, And I used to joke around with my...
He's actually quite the motivator.
He is?
Yeah, like if you ever hear him speak, like not rap, but like to address people, he's a business person.
He'll go up to you, and when he introduces himself, I've seen this... one time I was at a concert and he was there and I was very close and he walked up to the guy and introduced himself. And you know what he did? He shook his hand and goes, ba-da-da-da-da, I'm the one and only D-O-double-G, Snoop Dogg. That's how he introduces himself.
Well, when you're that short of a guy, you can say whatever you want to.
He didn't say that. He was in that movie, Old School. You remember that movie with Will Ferrell? He was in that movie. He's like, get this guy out of here, man. And that's when he's like, we're going streaking. Come join me. He was the only one running. Oh, good times, man. So come on out to Scott Johnson Elementary. That's how all this started.
Yeah, time capsules.
Sunday time capsules. Well, let's take a quick break. We'll wrap it up when we come back. Robbie Diamond's hanging out with us today, man. Appreciate him, and good dude. And, got to see Robbie the other day here in the studio, and then, under circumstances that nobody wants to see each other under. We were there at Clay's funeral. It was a very beautiful service, though. And I wanted to mention the impact that people have, especially somebody like Clay. Clay had the most dry, sarcastic sense of humor. And I love that many people never knew him personally, but they knew him online. But you had to get to know him to just really appreciate who he was. He was such a good dude, and he's going to be missed. I mean, I love someone had coined him the Huntsville comedian, and I think that's the perfect title for him. But what I'm getting at that service, this is the kind of guy he was. And Robbie can attest to this. There was anybody and everybody at that service, from all walks of life, from everything that you can imagine. That's the impact that he had on so many people. You know, a lot of times if you get to know somebody, it's like they're friends with just this group of people, right? Or they hang out with just this guy or this group. Clay wanted to be a friend to everybody. Didn't matter where you were at, didn't matter what you believed, didn't matter who you were with, didn't matter what you said. He just wanted to make an impact on everyone. And I love, and Tara Burnett put it into perspective because, you know, he faithfully served our country. That's the biggest selfless sacrifice anybody can make. And so Tara and him had some conversations that obviously she's not going to reveal those, nor should she. That's between he and her. And he endured so much when he was fighting for our country that he didn't want anybody to have to see those side of the things. And so that's why he was the guy that he was, because he didn't want anybody to have to endure that kind of pain that he saw. And so he wanted to make people laugh. And a lot of guys come back. I have friends. My dad came back from Vietnam affected. Clay wanted to just be that person for people to make them laugh and to put a smile on them. And I think maybe that's the inspiration today. You know, we always get to a point somewhere, somehow on this show where we want to inspire somebody every day or provide an inspiration. And that's my inspiration to you, is live a life like that. One, that you can be a friend to many. And I'm not talking about you get on the phone and call everybody and have 10,000 people on your friends list. Nothing like that. But just be a friend to people when you see them. When you cross paths with them, be a friend to them.
It's easier to be nice than it is to be a butthole.
Yeah, that's right. That's going to be on our next shirt that we're releasing next week. So we'll take a quick break. We'll wrap it up when we come back. We're getting off. We're going to take a break because Michelle Cardenas is joining us, and you know, she likes to tell us about her adventures over there. She's working at the big house now. You know,
the prison?
No, the other big house.
Oh,
there in Austin. You know, she sends me pictures with governor and all that kind of cool stuff. So thanks a lot, Michelle. I know, you know, I thought we were kind of a big deal here on this show, but she went down to Austin. It was more important to her.
Didn't she go up to Austin?
Yeah, to hang out with us.
Yeah.
I used to say, you know why I say go down? Because in Georgetown, Austin was south. You had to go down to Austin.
I'm just reminding you where you're at.
Well, then you're supposed to say I had to go up and to the left, right?
Yeah.
Well, I had to go up to the left to Austin because you go up and to the left. Is that right?
Northwest, yeah.
Yeah, but it's easier to say up and left because I'm ignorant. I don't understand directions. Where do you live? Well, I live up left over there.
We're just west of so-and-so. Well, that's awesome. I don't know where so-and-so is.
Michelle, you know I'm giving you a hard time. We miss you. She'll be wrapping up in June, so maybe she'll come back and hang out with us for a little bit.
We're the little people now.
She'll probably be in the White House by that time.
Yeah.
We'll be interning over there for the White House. Mm-hmm. All right, we'll take a break. Oh, by the way, my sister said I can send you. Oh, are you kidding me? She just told me this. Now, I don't want to air this because, you know, I love my mom. But she said that she sent. I told you that.
Love it.
Billy, I got to show that. Rebecca, do you think would mom get angry at me? Oh, I got to show it. I have to show it. I told y'all. You thought I was joking about.
She got her Dr. Pepper on standby too. There.
Yeah, hold on. My mom will love this. She won't mind. My mama will love this to pieces. Hold on. I like what the Horn family said. They said Austin is over there. It's about right.
Weird.
All right, hold on. That is classic. I didn't even know she had this. All right, my mother will never forgive me.
And you're getting cut out of the wheel in 3.
Yeah, you can blame Rebecca for this, Mom. But I told y'all.
I think
my
both
mother,
of y'all are going to get a whooping.
I told you. Wait, Rebecca said no. Okay, I took it off.
Rebecca, hey, when she gets mad, you heard me tell him not to, right?
She won't mind. My sister's real big. No. I said, can I show you all this picture? She said, no. Mom will be okay with it. You know,
You want me to whoop him? I got him right here.
We love him. As soon as I showed it, my sister comments, no. All right.
Well, for those of y'all that were paying attention, well, look at this thing.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Stand up, moving around.
Oh, I'm sweating now after that, sis. You know. Anyways, thank you.
Sweating that butt whooping.
I told y'all, though, my mama likes Snoop Dogg, so there you go. Mom won't mind.
Snoopy Dogg?
She'll get a kick out of it. But my mom really, I mean this from the bottom of my heart. I talk to my mom every single day, sometimes twice a day. And I usually do it at lunch.
I got to show you how me and my mom text. She'll get a kick out of it.
Does she got a Snoop Dogg shirt?
No. Unless she found it at the Com Center.
Oh, my sister said I meant no, she won't mind. Okay.
Oh.
Man, I was sweating over here. I broke out in a sweat.
All right.
Did you see how quick I clicked that off?
This is what I get from. See all those question marks?
Yeah, what is that?
You know what that means?
Like, hurry up and answer me?
No, I got a question. Call me. That's how she
Who is this?
That's my mother.
Yeah, but here's the problem, though. Thursday or Tuesday, question mark. Wednesday, question mark. Yesterday, question mark. You left her hanging for 3 days, brother.
No. When she sends a question,
hang
on. Let me defend myself. When she sends a question mark, she does not want a return text. That is her saying, "I have a question. Call me." So I call her.
Trying to
text her.
Trying to save yourself here after not responding to your poor mother. I met your mama. She's a sweet lady, man.
Mm-hmm. That's what you think.
Yeah, I can't believe it, Billy.
She's the enforcer.
All right, my sister has given me full permission now, not just a quick view, so we're going to get an extended view here real quick. This is my mother repping Snoop Dogg right there. There you go.
Snoopy Doggy Dog.
I like my mom's face. Now, my mom isn't on the wacky tobacco like Snoopy is, okay? But there you go.
She had Rob as a child. She doesn't need it.
Yeah, she said, I'm done. I used to joke around with my grandmother because my grandma would always, she'd tell me, she got older. She'd have a lot of aches and pains and stuff. And I said, Nanny, Willie's getting, at the time, I said, Willie's getting close to 90. And you know what he does? She goes, well, I need to get my hands on some of that stuff. That's what she'd always tell me. She goes, maybe I'd feel like him.
Like blue eyes crying in the rain.
All right, let's take a break. We'll be back in a moment. We'll close out when we come back.
I thought we just took a break.
No, we're going to take a quick break. Guess what? I'm out of Cafe Texan gift cards, so
we'll give you a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
You know what I should give away today? I'm going to give away that Hello Huntsville mug over there. Think I should give that away? That'd be a nice gift. I got a custom Hello Huntsville tumbler. It's one of a kind. A Hello Huntsville tumbler, complete with a metal straw with a rubber tip. Man, metal.
Wow.
We got you.
I'm going to save my comments for when we go to commercial.
That's kind of like I'd mentioned earlier with Judith. I said our humor is now, she understands, I understand her humor. I'd walked into Clay's service. It was raining, so I took an umbrella, and I got there a little bit early. It was raining before, and I asked Judith, I said, where can I put this umbrella?
Oh, did she tell you where to put it?
She looked at me, and I said, never mind, because I knew what she was thinking. Hey,
we love her.
Text in your name. I got a Hello Huntsville tumbler, one of a kind. There's no other one of these. Maybe one. I think we had one more we gave away, but this is it. It's one of two. You can win an exclusive Hello Huntsville tumbler, and all you got to do is text in your name on the Zero Degree Creations phone and text line at 936-339-0139. Again, it's 936-339-0139. That will not get you into anywhere in town, by the way. So if you have that on you, there's nothing special about it. You won't be able to get an exclusive deal or anything.
BS, that'll keep your beverage cold.
So,
or hot if you have steaming hot Wolf Brand chili in there.
When's the last time
you had a Hello Huntsville cup full of
Well, partner, it's been too long. We'll take a break. We'll wrap it up when we come back.
You could just drink it. Just drink your chili.
You could.
Shut up and drink your chili.
Drink it, boy. We'll be right back.
No beans. Billy Cawthon, manager of Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. We know times of loss are tough, and you need a place to feel comfortable and cared for. At Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, we pride ourselves on being with you during those really tough days. You can rest assured that we will be on your side and by your side every step of the way. Thank you for your trust. Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, supporting families every day, every step.
Illuminate your child's future at Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools in Huntsville. Established in 1997 by Kay Boning, our award-winning center merges Christian values with 25 years of Montessori excellence, promoting wonder and discovery in every child. As the only Montessori school within 45 miles, we provide a fun and friendly environment, individualized Montessori methods, and love and care as if each child were our own. Safety is a priority, and with a recent $50,000 investment, our facilities inspire growth, creativity, and learning. Plus, as a nonprofit, we open Montessori doors to families of all economic backgrounds. Partner with the community pillar where every child's promise shines bright. Discover Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools today. Visit tpms.life. That's tpms.life.
Hey, I'm Denise Olivas, Business Account Specialist at Walker County Federal Credit Union. One of the best things I hear from our members is how they love being treated like they're important, like their family. Sure, our members love things like low rates on loans too, but combine that with the friendliest and most helpful service in town, and you've got Walker County Federal, taking care of our members. It's what we do. We are Walker County Federal Credit Union, member NCUA.
Since 2010, the Oak Ridge Disciple House has helped men break free from addiction, not with quick fixes, but lasting change through Jesus Christ. They've celebrated 167 graduates at Oak Ridge and 138 more at Interfaith with an 80% success rate. That's compared to just 5% in most secular programs. The fact is, Jesus works. And now, celebrating 15 years, they're building their third house in Tennessee and just launched a women's program, Restoration Ranch in Texas. It's all for God's glory. And here's the heart of it. They never turn anyone away for lack of money. In fact, 95% of families receive scholarships. As one person put it, don't talk about it, be about it. Every penny counts. Donate today at oakridgedisciplehouse.com and help change a life forever. The Oak Ridge Disciple House. Online at oakridgedisciplehouse.com. Real recovery, real hope. Braylon, say this is Spirit Radio.
This is Spirit Radio.
All right. Surgeon General's warning, Gunsmoke, Western blend.
Yeah, with the authentic ingredients.
What'd you say? A little cow patty and tumbleweed mixed in there with it?
That's what it is. Well, it's Western blend cigarettes. And I said, what's it got in it? Tumbleweed and cow crap?
Yeah. Have you ever heard of that before?
No.
Like we were talking, Robbie was in here, and somehow
so what's a Turkish blend?
Yeah, I don't know. And like, I was joking, like a Western blend, what would be a Northern blend? Like, oh yeah, you betcha. Oh yeah, it's good, you betcha. Or the Canadian blend,
Yeah. The Northern blend's got stuff from Menards in it.
Yeah. It's got a
from Canadian Tire,
Northern Face or whatever that brand is real popular. You know, people down here
North
wear the
Face.
North Face.
Yeah,
that brand is extremely popular obviously up north. And
when I went to Philmont, I had North Face hiking boots. I had their backpack, but it didn't fit my body type.
No Billy Cawthon restaurant report today.
Well, make your own sandwich at home, people.
We got to get that back next week, though. It's been too long, man.
I gotta be able to separate.
I told you
work and sandwiches.
I told you we were going to be out of here by 9.
Yeah,
lied to you.
Yeah, you also told me the show starts at 7:30.
Well, that we already know that's not accurate. Hold on, viewership is up though. I mean, it's unbelievable. You know, I'm thankful for it.
Well,
buddy.
if there was a place you could go to watch some overweight guy say a bunch of dumb stuff, wouldn't you?
Well,
that's what
not you, buddy. That's me, man.
I wonder if he's going to wear the green shirt again today.
I think it's funny because you know we don't even promote the morning show, and now I've got people all around the area promoting their morning shows.
Oh yeah.
I guess we're not competition. We get started later than everybody else.
Yeah, I didn't know there was anybody else did a morning show.
So we start.
Oh, maybe because they don't have a light on.
Yeah, come on, we'll leave a light on for you. Let's head over to that 0 Degree Creations phone and text line. We've got a lucky winner today of a Hello Huntsville tumbler.
Hello, winner.
Good morning.
Psst, psst. Hey, can you hear us? Hey, can you hear us? We got to whisper.
Barely.
It's morning time. We don't want to wake anybody up.
Yeah, it's 9:10. There's still people in their pajamas sleeping.
I'd love to be one of them.
Jennifer, congrats. Are you working,
Same.
Jennifer?
I am, but I'm not on the phone or anything. I'm good.
Are you working from home?
You are on the phone.
Oh yeah, I still work from home.
So I remember when you actually you were at an office working. Remember, sometimes you would win and she would be whispering like, hey,
"That's why we did that."
Yeah, that's why we did it.
Yeah.
Just picking on you.
Well, good. How you doing, Jennifer? Good to hear from you.
Good, y'all.
We're doing good. I hope you enjoyed the show today. So it's the Cut Up Friday here on Good Morning Huntsville.
It's always
my nose.
It's always a great Friday with you and Billy.
Yeah, we need the
very refreshing.
Refreshing.
Thank you for being so
like
nice.
a fresher.
Well, hey, you don't have a Hello Huntsville tumbler, do you?
I don't.
Well, man,
and I love tumblers, so I'm looking forward to it.
Well, that's going to
just tumble on down here and get this one.
Yeah, just tumble on over. No, we'll have it ready for pickup next week, Monday through Thursday, 9 to 3. But I think that's great because you've been such a big supporter of our platform, Jennifer, that this will fit you perfectly. So that is wonderful.
Definitely. Yes. I'm always, I have the Spirit of Huntsville QR code and the Hello Huntsville magnet on the back on my trunk. So people who are behind me, they can see it.
Well, you are such a, we just are so thankful for you. And most importantly, I'm just so thankful for your relationship with the Lord. You've been such an inspiration, Jennifer. I don't think you realize that. And I'm just so thankful that you've chosen to engage with our platform. So thank you.
You got those stickers on your trunk. Are you getting a check monthly or quarterly for that? Or?
I wish I was, but no. It's spreading the love of God because that's what this show,
that's payment enough right there.
Is very inspirational, and
with her
more
answer,
people could have time to be able to look, watch and listen. Like it would start their day off.
With an answer like that, I really don't have a smart comeback.
Yeah, Billy don't have anything. He can come back.
You throw the big boss in there, I back up.
Hey, well, we're going to have our 500th episode on Tuesday. I'm putting together kind of a little promo reel real quick. I know you got to get back to work, but you've been engaged with us for so long, and I just wanted to ask you, Jennifer, what have you really enjoyed about just Hello Huntsville in the morning show?
Just like I said, the inspiration it brings and learning about new things around town that may not be advertised, real boldly. You definitely put it out there, and that's good. People need to know the good in Huntsville.
Awesome. We won't be able to pay you for that, but we may use that on our intro, okay? All right, Jennifer. Well, Billy's got a quick question for you.
What are you thankful for?
I am thankful that I am currently with my daughter, and her birthday is on Monday, and she is turning 30. So I'm celebrating her birthday this weekend. So I'm thankful that God has allowed her to see it's going to be 30 years of life.
Aren't you 25?
Yeah. How do you have you had a negative child? Your negative years. That's weird.
You got that shit in reverse.
Yeah, that's great. Hey, well, real quick, are you allowed to say her name? Can you say her name and we'll tell her happy birthday?
Yeah, Ayana Norris.
Ayana. Well, Ayana, happy 30th birthday. 30 is a good age. It's a lot better than 41, and it's way better than 83. So
definitely.
Happy birthday. All right. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you. Y'all too. Y'all have a great weekend.
You too. Bye-bye. Jennifer's so awesome.
Oh, yeah.
You know when we had the Raise a Hope, the first one, she was the very first person to ever come pick up a shirt.
Yep.
You were the first one there to start bringing. Remember that? We're doing that again, man.
I remember I brought that humongous thing of water, and Donnie had to help me get it out of the truck because I wasn't very smart.
Hey, I had a quick question for you. This may be a Greg question, but I just thought of this yesterday, and I forgot to ask you. What if we did the show at the community room on Tuesday morning? Could that be a possibility?
I don't see why not, if we don't have anything scheduled.
Because I started thinking that it would be neat to have it in a bigger space so we could invite people, and I was thinking about bringing breakfast tacos. and just having it right there, inviting people, bringing breakfast tacos. And
We got to find a new vendor for those, though.
yeah, I know, man. She's not open anymore.
I know.
It's broken. Sandra's Kitchen, not open. I've been over there. The door's closed. The hours are off. We already knew that she was going to be going out of business. But
Couldn't get my big old glass bottle Coke.
She got me hooked on that Jarritos. Jarritos.
Judith loves that stuff.
Oh, well, gone. Hate that, man. She's such a wonderful lady. I'm
You
really
can buy
broken.
a sample case of those at Home Depot.
Of Jarritos?
Yeah, where they have all the different flavors.
I think what's the other one? There's Doritos and there's another one. Maybe I'm wrong.
Fanta's is one that she had
Yeah.
up there, and then the Cokes from Mexico, which was my favorite.
Avocados from Mexico.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hey, that'll wrap it up. Thank you for hanging out. Billy, thank you, man. What's going on at the funeral home? Give us a quick rundown, man.
Work, and work.
Y'all been very, very busy.
We've been serving our community, which we're honored to do that. And we have some families we're serving, have some people I'm meeting with today, but we're always available if you want to come by, talk, have a cup of coffee, fill us in what's going on in your life, see if we can help you or see if, you can help us. So
You ever have people just drop in just to say hello?
yes, and I love it.
Yeah, okay.
They will come sit in my office, and they'll get in a chair and kind of turn sideways, and we'll just carry on a conversation, and they get to see a little inside to the craziness that is Billy Cawthon's life. And
You kind of, while y'all are talking, you open up that drawer and you start skimming through the channels, and then you pick one and you turn on the TV.
no, my son he was kind of getting on to me because I was watching that. I used to watch it before he was even born. With Rob Dyrdek, that Ridiculous, where they watch all the funny videos.
Oh, yeah.
And I was watching that, and he's like, Dad, you're watching MTV. I'm like, well, I didn't pick I wanted to watch the thing. So we're back on Andy Griffith.
Yeah, there you go.
We got that, and then we got some Westerns that come on. So, yeah, if you just want to come watch TV, too, just
come on, have a Gunsmoke Western blend and watch some TV.
Yeah, get a Gunsmoke Western blend filtered cigarette there and smoke that before you get on my property, and then my television did come in handy the other day. We were having a service, and there was a young man there that was, I don't know how old Jake is, 2 maybe, 1.5, 2, 3, something like that. And the family was having a visitation, and old Jake just didn't understand. And him and his grandma went in my office, and I put Bluey.
Oh, that's awesome,
I put Bluey on the television, and they climbed into my chair, and old Jake just had him a good old time.
I'm glad you put that on instead of that Blippy. Yeah, that Blippies.
Isn't that the sandwich company?
No, it's Blimpy. That's the subs, the Blimpy subs.
Oh.
Yeah, there's a Blippy that's out there that's been on for 10 years, and I can't get into that.
See, I don't know all these because my kids are older. And
praise God.
We went through Bob the Builder and Handy Manny.
See, those are cool things.
Yeah.
Now they got
unrealistic approach to the building trades, though.
Yeah. Hey, gives them something to look forward to.
I know. I wish I had me some equipment that talked and did the work.
That's it, man. Well, hey, oh, look, my mom. She said hello. She's probably mad at me for showing that. Mom, you missed it. Mom, we were talking about your support for Snoopy.
And I told him not to.
Yeah, for Snoopy. So, hey, love you, Mom, and thank y'all all for joining us. Happy birthday again to my niece. Happy birthday to Jennifer's daughter. And thank all of you for being with us. Billy, been a fun day.
If you have a birthday or anniversary this week, happy birthday anniversary.
That's right. Well, thank all of you. We'll be back at it Monday, and then Tuesday we celebrate 500 episodes, so make sure you join us. Hey, if you don't have a church home, please come to get plugged into a church somewhere. Billy's over at Christ the King. Jeff Powers is over there. Great minister. Just think the world of him. They've got a great congregation going, and we've got a great service here at First Baptist. We'd love to have you. I did want to mention, too, have you ever given blood before?
Yes.
We are having... and
I fall out. It's bad.
Well, you what?
When I give blood.
You pass out?
Mm-hmm.
Do you really?
For a man that does what I do and have been to where I've been, I could cut myself and bleed out for days. But when they stick that little thing in and that blood comes in that little plastic tube...
So you're not a blood donor.
Oh, I can't. I just can't watch it.
Oh, gotcha.
I just can't watch it.
I want to invite all of you. I did want to share this because I forgot to mention, and I'm going to talk more about it next week. I know we got to sign off, but I just want to briefly mention this. We are hosting a blood drive here at First Baptist on May the 21st, and they're going to bring the big bus to do this. And so they're bringing the donor coach. Ruth Webb has helped organize this here, but it will be on May the 21st from 1 p.m. to 7 p.m. And what I would encourage you to do is go to our website at fbchuntsville.org. I'm going to update this because there will be a link that you can go to easily schedule a time to give blood. And you pick the appointment, you come in, and they'll also give you a prize. And I didn't realize this. You can earn points for giving blood and turn in those points. Points for different things.
Just like Marlboro miles.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking of. Well, I thought of the Kool-Aid points first, then I thought of the Marlboro, man.
If nothing else, you need to come meet Ruth Webb.
Yeah. You know Ruth?
I sure do.
She's joining Rotary soon, too. So, she's
come meet her. She's an awesome person. Tell her Billy sent you.
That's it. Well, this will be a big thank you to her and the Gulf Coast Regional Blood Center. So we're going to have it. We're also having Party at the Park that night at 6 o'clock. We're doing a special service at the Rather Park, which is going to be cool. We're doing outdoor. We've asked folks are going to bring grills. We're going to grill some food and just have a church service right out there on the stage at the park at Rather Park.
Okay.
So May the 21st, that's a Wednesday. Mark your calendar and plan on giving blood.
It's like that American Standard AC commercial. Hot dog or hamburger?
No, but the best part of that commercial, and he sounds like he's like 5 sheets under the wind. I'm Nolan Ryan. Call my friends at American Standard.
About making tough choices. Hot dog or hamburger? Hill country or the Gulf Coast?
Hot dog or hamburger?
You can ask the people that work with me in the back room of the funeral home. I know those commercials by heart, and I can't stand them. Because I hear the same one over and over and over and over, so I repeat them and I butcher them, and I have a good time making fun of them.
But doesn't he sound like he sounds like he's drinking?
Well, he's 100. He's 102. Leave him alone.
I'm Nolan Ryan. You remember that time I got in a fight? Well, now I'd lose.
Oh, I remember.
But my friends at American Standard.
I remember
won't.
when that old boy ran out there, thought he was going to do something. Nolan Ryan folded him up like a chair. Pay out.
All right.
Hey, tune in next Friday for the 503rd episode.
It'll be the 500, 501, 503rd, yeah.
503rd episode of Hello Huntsville.
Yeah, we'll do
because
it.
nothing ever happens on Friday.
But Tuesday.
I can't get nothing. Tuesday. It's always Monday or Tuesday.
But Jason works with you guys, so it's kind of a cross there. And if we do it Tuesday, then you can come join us. See, that would be perfect. So, who do I call?
Oh, you just want me to fifth wheel right in?
Yeah. God. Well, I'm the third wheel. I mean, we don't have 4 fit. You'll be the third wheel, right? Because there's 2. Jason and I, you'd be the third.
So we went from a motorcycle to a tricycle.
Yeah. Well, that little sidecar that you hop in. All right, Billy, I appreciate you, brother. It's been fun. Yeah. Thank y'all. We'll be back at it again Monday. Join us 7:30. As I end every show reminding you that we're not strong enough alone to make it on our own. We need each other. So please provide a word of encouragement. Lend a hand of support. Somebody out there needs you. Until then, we'll see you. Good morning, Huntsville, and God bless. Thanks for hanging out this week. And thank you, Billy Coffin and Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home.
See you.